Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Homage to our Venerable Pinnath Loku Swamin Wahanse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddha, everybody. So, today also we are here to talk about our marvelous human being, our supremely enlightened Buddha. Based on the beautiful book, the amazing book written by our Pinnath Loku Swamin Wahanse, Acharya Manusso, the marvelous human being. So we are very, very grateful to our Pinnath Loku Swamin Wahanse for giving this amazing facts about our supremely enlightened Buddha. And then maybe we can make our minds faithful towards the Supreme Buddha. And then this is called Shraddha. And then Shraddha will help us to practice the teachings of our Supreme Buddha very well, to understand the Supreme Dhamma of the Blessed One. Everybody, if you remember, we were talking about the Mahabodhisattva. Mahabodhisattva is the person who was coming through the samsara with one idea to become the supremely enlightened Buddha, our supremely Gautama Supreme Buddha. And then, so if you remember, we learned many things about Mahabodhisattva. And last week we talked about the point that he was planning to come to the human world. That is the last rebirth of our Mahabodhisattva. After this life, becoming the supremely enlightened Buddha, he will end up all the rebirths, all the existence in the samsara, becoming the Buddha and releasing from this great samsara. And then when he was planning to come from the Tusita heavenly world, we learned about Tusita heaven. And then today, now the Supreme Buddha, the Mahabodhisattva, is planning to come to this human world. So last week we were talking about the amazing and the beautiful dream by our Queen Mahamaya Devi. And then if you remember, we had a nice picture about Queen Mahamaya having her dream like this. Queen Mahamaya's beautiful dream. Can you see the screen, everybody?
My son, sir.
Very good. Yes. If you remember the story about this dream, that Mahabodhisattva is coming to the womb to have been born from the Queen Mahamaya. He was coming to her, and then that was the dream. The Sataravaram Devivaru, the four great kings, made this dream for Queen Mahamaya, and then So we will talk about this is the last time that he is going to be born after billions of trillions of uncountable number of eons coming from the samsara collecting good merits with the one idea to become the Buddha. And then so the Queen Mahamaya had this beautiful dream at night, and then she was curious about this dream. She did not know about the meaning, and then she did not know that the Mahabodhisattva coming to her to be born from her. She did not know about that. And then Queen Mahamaya in the morning asked the King Suddhodana, dear king, I had a beautiful dream last night, and then I just wanted to know about the meaning of this nice dream. And then uh, the king Suddhodana ask the people, the predictors, to come to the palace and to give the meaning of this nice dream. And then they said that's something amazing. And then giving the meaning to the dream by the people, the predictors. Okay. And then uh, maybe already you know about that. The Buddha, he is coming to the Buddha as Mahabodhisattva, and he has only one target, one idea. That's the Buddhaship. Okay, and then uh, I just give someone else to read this part. Maybe uh, anybody else, if you raise your hand. Kevin and Laura. Kevin and Laura.
And my Swami Mahansa, giving the meaning to the dream. Meritorious king, this is indeed a prosperous dream. An exceedingly meritorious prince of great majesty will be born to Queen Mahamaya. If this prince were to stay in the household life, he would become a universal monarch who rules over the world.
Okay, so there are two meanings they gave, that if he stays in the palace enjoying the sensual pleasures in the royal palace, absolutely they said that he would become the monarch, the king for the entire world, maybe the emperor. And then the other meaning is for Laura.
Yet, if he renounces the household life and becomes a monk, then he will eliminate all the defines and become a Buddha, the perfectly enlightenment one.
Oh, very good. I rejoice in the good merit you collected by reading. So if he renounced, you know this meaning. The renounce means if he go forth into homelessness, maybe if he becomes a monk, letting go of all the pleasures in the royal palace, he would definitely become the Buddha, eliminating maybe the destroying all the defilements. You know, defilements are the impurities in the mind, and he overcomes all the bad emotions, all the impure ideas from his mind, the defilements, and then he becomes purified, and he would become the perfectly enlightened Buddha. These are the two meanings they gave as the meaning of the dream that Queen Mahamaya had. Remember, if he stays in the palace, he would become a monarch. Or if he goes forth into homelessness, if he becomes a monk, definitely he would become a Buddha. They said there are two meanings, but you know, they had they had been mistaken in a way. They did not give the correct or maybe the real meaning of the purpose of the Mahabodhisattva who came to the womb of Mahamaya, Queen Mahamaya. You get it? And then next, the wonderful and marvelous qualities of the Blessed One. We will talk about this too. So, you know that the Mahabodhisattva is not is a very, very special person. He came to this human world with that purpose, not anything else. Not to become the monarch for the entire world, not to become the empire, not to rule this world. He gives the amazing teachings, the Dhamma, to the people and the heavenly beings to be free from suffering in the samsara. That is the only one purpose. That's why he practiced the Dhamma all over the samsara, countless times being born and suffering in the samsara, collecting the good merits and developing wholesome qualities. That was the first and the main purpose of Mahabodhisattva. And then the Mahabodhisattva, this is the merit actually he collected in the samsara. By that good merit, he becomes amazing, and he amazing things happen in this world when he comes to the human world. Now he is still in the Tusita heaven. Now he is coming to the womb of Queen Mahamaya. And these are the amazing facts about Queen Mahamaya and the prince Siddhartha who is coming to birth. Okay, and then I will give this chance to, if you raise your hands. Okay, uh, listen, Subodh.
Emerson, sir. Um, Wonderful and marvelous qualities of the Blessed One. Monks, mindful and fully aware, the Bodhisattva passes away from the Tusita heaven and comes to his mother's womb. This is a wonderful and marvelous quality of the Blessed One.
Thank you. Later on, the Buddha gave a marvelous discourse about the marvelous and amazing facts of the Supreme Buddha. But the Buddha spoke about the marvelous and amazing facts about the supremely enlightened Buddha in that discourse also. So when he comes, you remember, he is mindful and full aware, fully aware, and he knows that he is coming. The most of the people, most of the world beings do not know when they come from the other world to this world. When they leave, they do not know about their journey. Actually, we also do not know about that, right? And we do not know about the place we were before. Do you know? So we need some wisdom to see that. So we do not know yet. And then the Mahabodhisattva is very different in this way. He knows clearly, I am here and then I will be born there. He knows that and he has plans for that. He is mindful and fully aware about this fact. This is a marvelous and wonderful quality of the Mahabodhisattva. And then the next part is for uh, Sandish. Excuse me, this is not the part. Okay.
Monks, when the Bodhisattva passes away from the Tusita heaven and appears in his mother's womb, then a great immeasurable light surpassing the splendor of the Devas appears in the entire world. With its Maras and Brahmas, in this population, with its ascetics and Brahmins, its Devas and humans.
I rejoice the good merit. Okay, so so when he comes to this human world, something amazing happens in this world. The entire universe with Maras, Brahmas, humans, Devas, and all the world beings, the entire universe become lighten up, and the unsurpassing light goes through this entire universe. This is an amazing fact. So when he comes to the human world from the Tusita heaven, even the Lokantarika hell. So you see the next part in our next slide. So Lokantarika, it means the hell, very dark, very extremely dark hell becomes eliminated, becomes lighten up, becomes very clear about the, because of the good merit of our Mahabodhisattva, the entire universe become lighten up. This is an amazing fact. And then remember the first one, when he comes to the human world, he's fully aware and mindful. And then the second one, the entire universe become lighten up. And then see, this is something we do not hear every day. We do not hear in the entire samsara about such a thing happens in the world. It is it is only for the Mahabodhisattva. It is only for the Buddhas, the good merits they collected. Okay, so we should make our minds very faithful about these factors actually. And then next part is for if you raise your hand, Chamudi. I would try my best to give these parts to not everybody, to many people. We'll see.
Monks, the low Kantirika hell is extremely dark. Even the moon and sun do not radiate their light at all. When the Bodhisattva leaves the Tusita heaven and appears in his mother's womb, the Lokantirika hell too gets illuminated with a great immeasurable light. Then hell begins reborn. They see each other by that light and say, "So indeed, sir, there are other beings reborn here."
Thank you. And I rejoice in the good merit you collected by reading the Dhamma. So you know the Lokantarika Niraya, Lokantarika hell, which means very dark, very extremely dark place. And then the hell beings do not know about the other hell beings. Why? If you guess, there are uncountable number of hell beings suffering in the Lokantarika hell, but they do not know the other hell beings are suffering in the same place. Why? Because it is,
They can't see each other.
why? If you get
Because it is very dark.
No
it,
light.
very good, very good. Because it's very dark, extremely dark, and they do not see the other hell beings suffering in the same place. So when the Mahabodhisattva was coming to the human world to have been born, so the even the Lokantarika hell becomes lightened up. And then all the hell beings living in the Lokantarika hell, which means that the terrible hell, they see each other. Oh, dear beings, there are other hell beings also suffering in my place, in the same place. And then they see each other. That's a small interval they get. For a small time period, the niraya, the hell, also becomes eliminated. So that's something amazing, amazing fact. Remember, the first one, the Mahabodhisattva is fully aware and mindful. And then the second one is the entire universe become eliminated. And then the third one is even the Lokantarika hell. I want you to remember the name of this Niraya, of this hell, Lokantarika, which means actually that hell is located in two universes, maybe the world systems. Then this hell is uh, located in two world systems. That means Lokantarika. Antarika means in between. Loka means two worlds, maybe two world systems. That hell is situated in the in between of two world systems. So very dark, and then the sun or the moon do not radiate the light for this hell, and then even that hell becomes lighten up because of the good merit of our Mahabodhisattva. I want you to remember these facts actually, okay? And then next chance is for okay, we'll give Gagana and Nimtar. Gagana. Okay, next part. Okay, next part actually.
And then this 10,000-fold world system shakes, quakes, and trembles. And there too a great immeasurable light radiates, surpassing the splendor of all devas.
This 10,000 fold world system. I think you have an idea about the world system. The world system has the sun, moon, the earth, and all the heavenly worlds, all the Brahma worlds, even the hell, even the animal. This is called the world system. Okay, this is called the world system. And then a thousand world system is there are 1,000 suns, 1,000 moons, 1,000 earths, a thousand for the heavenly worlds and Brahma worlds. And then it's a huge area. It's a massive area connected together. And then thousand world systems. This is called a thousand-fold world system. And the Buddha explains that there are a place which has 1,000 world systems. Did you get the idea? Which means 1,000 multiplied by 1,000, which means there are suns like that, if you can count the number. And then this is called second thousandfold world system, or the middle thousand of world system. And then in this way multiplied by 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 10 times, which is called 10,000-fold world system. Okay, if you can count the number by calculating the suns, it would be a big number. Okay, it's a huge or massive area in the universe. And even this 10,000-fold world system becomes, you see, the world system shakes and quakes and trembles. And then the immeasurable light surpasses the all, the devas, Brahmans go through this entire world system. See, the Mahabodhisattva is very powerful. Still, he is the Bodhisattva, not the Buddha. But the good merit he has is uncountable and amazing. Because of that powerful good merit, this 10,000 world system becomes beautiful and then eliminated. See, he is so powerful and mighty. Hmm? And then I think you shakes and quakes, but you know that when this world system shakes or quakes, no one get injured, no one get hurt about that. Remember? And then this is something very smooth, but it's very powerful, but no one can be can have any damage from that uh, shake or the quake. And then the next part is for uh, Senile. This is the
Yes, my
one.
Bhante.
Okay.
And that
And then you put there. So this is about Mahabodhisattva. And even the Queen Mahamaya, the mother of Mahabodhisattva, is also very, very, very meritorious to have, to give the birth to the Mahabodhisattva. This is about Queen Mahamaya's and actually the Mahabodhisattva's amazing facts. And then, yeah, you can go ahead.
and my Bhante. Meritorious Mother Queen Mahamaya. When the Bodhisattva appears in his mother's womb, the four great Deva kings come and guard him, so that no humans or non-humans or anyone at all can harm the Bodhisattva or his mother.
Okay, did you get the idea? So the Mahabodhisattva, now he is in the womb of Queen Mahamaya, and then mother, and then the Bodhisattva, the baby, is protected by four great kings. Four great kings protect the Mahabodhisattva and the Queen Mahamaya. Then no one can do any harm. They maybe the humans, maybe non-humans, no one can do any. They are very safe. Okay, why? What was the reason for this? Because of the good merit he collected through the samsara. Okay, the Mahabodhisattva was very meritorious, and then the four great kings give their support and protection, and uh, uh, for Mahabodhisattva and his mother. Okay, and then next chance is for Metara, and then this is the part you have to read. Okay, give me a sec. Okay.
When the Bodhisattva appears in his mother's womb, she becomes purely virtuous. She abstains from killing living beings, from stealing,
from sexual misconduct, from false speech, and from wines, liquors, and intoxications.
Very good. Very good. Many merits. Did you get the mother? You remember the name of mother of Mahabodhisattva? She is Queen Mahamaya. Becomes naturally virtuous, immoral. Okay? Why? You know that these are the 5 precepts you follow all the time. But you know, in the time of Mahabodhisattva who came to this human world, during that time, the Buddhism was not available in the world. But you know, the people knew about 5 precepts. They naturally they became virtuous. Even this Queen Mahamaya became purely purified by the precepts, by the actually the virtue. You know, she is totally abstains from killing. She does not have any evil thoughts to kill or to do any harms. Why? Because of the merit they had, because they have practice. So you know, Queen Mahamaya gave birth to this Mahabodhisattva in the samsara uncountable number of times. And then because of this pure and genuine and unique idea of Mahabodhisattva, they were very, very, very virtuous. Remember, she abstains from stealing. She does not want to take anything which is not given to her. And she abstains from the sexual misconduct. She doesn't lie. And she is uh, far away from the drugs and alcohol or maybe intoxicants. Okay, she is naturally virtuous. This is also an amazing fact about Queen Mahamaya, actually the Mahabodhisattva. And then the next part is for I just give this part to okay, Anuj. This is the part you have. And okay, this is yeah.
When the Bodhisattva appears in his mother's womb, no sexual thought arises in her mind for anyone, and no one can look at her with a lustful mind.
Ah, you're welcome. So you get the idea. Her mind is very pure and she doesn't have any sensual feelings to anyone else because she is very pure and she's genuine and her mind is very clear. And also no one can have any bad feelings to the queen. The queen is extremely beautiful like a deity, but no one can have any bad ideas, many bad feelings, any bad feelings towards the Queen Mahamaya. Why? Because of the pure good merit of our Mahabodhisattva. Because this Queen Mahamaya was very, very meritorious and fortunate and lucky, right? That was the reason that they were completely pure and naturally virtuous. Okay, so this is the good merit. They are very lucky. And then the Mahabodhisattva was coming to this human world for the benefit of our for the benefit of our all the people and all the devas living in this world. Okay, and he had that huge compassion. Huh? The out of his great compassion, he came to this world with mm, the genuine idea. And then maybe next part is for mm Okay, someone who did not read before. The Dinara.
My
Okay,
son.
this is the part. Okay.
Mhm.
Ah,
When the Bodhisattva appears in his mother's womb, she gets all sensual happiness and she enjoys herself with them.
oh, she lives in the king's palace, and she has everything, the food, and then the all the nice pictures, the journeys, and everything, the dancers, singers, and everybody she has in the king's palace. They were very luxurious, and then very rich, and then very wealthy, and she is given everything, all the beautiful sounds, all of their beautiful the taste she was given because of the good merit. Okay, because of the good merit of our Mahabodhisattva. Huh? See, our Buddha is very precious. And then uh, next chance is for uh, maybe I don't see everybody. Okay. Uh, this Buddha's name is Hiru.
My Swaminathan said, when the Bodhisattva appears in his mother's womb, she is free from all kinds of sicknesses and diseases. She is naturally healthy, blissful, and free from physical weaknesses.
She is very lucky, right? Very meritorious. She, when the Bodhisattva is living in the womb of Queen Mahamaya Devi, and then she is healthy and she is free from all the diseases. And so see, she did the good merit. And then next part is for, if you raise your hands, maybe Peter. If you, okay, I share my screen.
And also, the mother can clearly see the Bodhisattva growing and peacefully dwelling in her womb with perfect limbs and sense faculties. It is like someone can clearly see a blue, yellow, red, white, or brown thread sent through a fine 8-faceted, well-cut gem.
Thank you for your beautiful reading. That's beautiful. Okay, you get the meaning of this part. And then so the Prince Siddhartha now is peacefully dwelling in the womb of Queen Mahamaya. The amazing thing is the Queen Mahamaya can see this prince living peacefully, healthy in the womb of Queen Mahamaya. It's like you see that the picture, the gem has a string like this. Okay, and then the gem is very clear, and then if the string is through the hole of this gem, someone can clearly see the string. In the same way, the queen can see the prince in her womb. It is naturally sees. It's a miracle actually. It's a miracle. And she can talk to her, talk to the baby, talk to him. And then the Bodhisattva is living peacefully and healthy in the womb. The queen can see. It's something amazing, right? Very amazing. And then the next part is for Linda.
Is that me, Bante?
Linda, yeah.
The Bodhisattva stayed peaceful within his mother's womb for 10 months. Other women gave birth after carrying the baby in the womb for 10 months. But the Bodhisattva's mother gives birth to him after carrying him in her womb for exactly 10 months.
Exactly 10 months. Exactly 10 months. Thank you for your reading. So other women uh, carries the baby maybe 9 months or more than that, maybe 10 months. But it's amazing fact. The Bodhisattva lives for exactly 10 months in the womb of Queen Mahamaya, in the womb of the mother. And then this is amazing. Okay, and then the Mahabodhisattva is peacefully and healthy in the womb, and he is ready to come to the human world. It's mm, very precious and very special in the world. Now the Bodhisattva is the Buddha to be, is is about to come to this human world. Is about to come to the human world to become the Buddha. That day was amazing. And then Queen Mahamaya knew that the Prince Siddhartha is going to come out and going to keep his lotus feet on this earth. And then she wanted to visit her family. She wanted to visit her mother and father, queen and king. King Anjana was his father, and then the King Suddhodana arranged the vehicle. You know, the vehicle is not the cart, and that was carried by the people. That vehicle is called Dola in my language. That was like they have that vehicle has two handles, and the four people carrying the handle, the queen, when the queen was living in the cart. And then that was a beautiful, comfortable the cart, carried by the four people. She was going to visit her family, the mother and father. But on the way, you know, that was something uh, that's also very special, because the Buddha is born in the nature, not in a palace, not in a house or something else. He was born in the nature, which means in the naturally prepared environment. And when she was going to visit her family, there was a beautiful park. I think you already know about the name of this park. That park was called Lumbini. Lumbini was the grandmother of Queen Mahamaya. Okay, Lumbini was a beautiful name. Even today, if you visit India, Dola in Sinhala. Okay, liter in English. Thank you, Jehan. Mm. Litter in English. Thank you. The litter. Okay, she was going on a litter, and then uh, so she wanted to visit this Lumbini Park, and then the Prince Siddhartha, the Bodhisattva, was about to come to this human world. And then, if you have visited the Sambuddha Raja Maligawa in Sri Lanka, in Polgahawala, you can see this beautiful the statue of Prince Siddhartha and the Queen Mahamaya. Okay, Sukho Buddhanam Uppado. Sukho means the happiness. Buddhanam, the Bodhisattva, the Buddhas. Uppado means the birth. The happiness is the rising of the Buddhas in the world. Okay, and then now the Queen Mahamaya noticed that the prince is going to come out, and then she had hold a sultry. Maybe you know about sal. Sal. Sal is a beautiful flower in Sri Lanka. Sal tree, you know. But it's a different tree in India. The real sal tree is in white, you see. It's a beautiful flower. It's a huge tree. But we call sal this red flower in Sri Lanka, but I think it's not the real sal that the Prince Siddhartha was born under. Because the sal tree, the Lumbini was filled with sal trees, okay? And then Queen Mahamaya hold a branch of a sal tree, and then Prince Siddhartha came out. But you know, all of a sudden he came out, he did not keep his lotus feet on the ground. Why? The four great kings took that prince to the hands of four great kings. Now, the Prince Siddhartha, the Bodhisattva, the marvelous baby Bodhisattva is on the hands of four great kings. He did not keep his lotus feet on the ground. And then the four great kings keep the Bodhisattva on the ground. And then Mahabodhisattva keeps the 2 feet on the ground very perfectly. He keeps the feet on the ground, and then there is something amazing happens. Maybe you all know about this. So as soon he keeps his uh, lotus feet on the ground, he goes 7 steps. Keeping his feet on the ground, he goes 7 steps. When he keeps his steps on the earth, there is something amazing happens. You know what? Who can share that information with me? Hmm? Maybe when you make Vesak decorations, you create this. The lotus feet of the Blessed One when he keeps on the ground. Uh-huh.
Can I please share
Yeah.
the screen share of the birth of the Bodhisattva from YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Shall I try, Bante?
Maybe if you share your knowledge with us.
Yeah, Bante. I had heard about it. The Queen Mahamaya really was about to go to her parents' home in Devdahanura.
Oh.
But Bante, on the way in Lumbini Salpa, as Bante told, the Bodhisattva was born. At the same time, the same thing Bante told, same time our Prince Siddhartha kept lotus feet on the ground, but
Mm-hmm.
lotus appeared from the ground.
Right. 7 lotus appear from the earth to welcome the lotus. Yeah, thank you very much. To welcome the feet of the Blessed One. That's beautiful. And thank you for your sharing. And then when he goes 7 steps, he says he had a lion's roar. If I say this, maybe you can repeat, keeping your mics off, okay? This is the first stanza. This is the first gatha he speaks. As soon he came to the human world, he speaks something amazing, okay? You can say that after me. Aggo hamasmi lokassa jetto hamasmi lokassa setto hamasmi lokassa ayamantima jati nattidani punabhavoti ayamantima jati nattidani punabhavoti. One more time. Aggo hamasmi lokassa jetto hamasmi lokassa setto hamasmi lokassa ayamantima jati nattidani punabhavoti. Okay, you and me together. Aggo hamasmi lokassa jetto hamasmi lokassa setto hamasmi lokassa ayamantima jati nattidani punabhavoti. Aggo hamasmi lokassa. And then maybe
Shall I say a small thing?
okay, maybe hey Sali Pereira, would you read the English part in meaning?
Oh, Bante, I have reached the peak of the world. I am the eldest in the world. I am the greatest in the world. This is my last birth. Now there is no more existence for me.
Very good. Thank you. And this is the lion's roar. Lion's roar means, when the lions cries, it's a huge sound. It's like the Bodhisattva speaks. It's like a lion's roar, which is called Sihanad or lion's roar. When he just came to the human world, he goes 7 steps and speaks this amazing utterance. Okay, and then I have reached the peak of the world. Now he is the foremost, and then I am the eldest in the world, which means he is the topmost person in the world. In the world means not only for the human world, to the entire universe. I am the greatest in the world. This is my last breath. So the predictors said that he would become the monarch king, maybe the Buddha, but he clearly knows that he becomes the Buddha, and his last birth means he does not have any existence. Now there is no more existence for me. Okay, everybody, you and me together one more time. Aggo hamasmi lokassa, jetto hamasmi lokassa, setto hamasmi lokassa, ayamanti ma jati nathidani punabhavoti. One more time. Aggo hamasmi lokassa. Very good. Okay, I want you to memorize these words spoken by our Mahabodhisattva, the first words of our Mahabodhisattva. Okay? Maybe you can have a screenshot or something. And then if you have visited India, this is the birthplace of our Mahabodhisattva, the Lumbini, the Mahadevi temple, Maya Devi temple. And then if you have visited the Maya Devi temple, the Lumbini, this is something amazing. Still we can see this is the footprint of the Mahabodhisattva. When he first came to the human world, he keeps his lotus feet on the ground, and then that's amazingly we can see the footprint. Actually, when the place was excavated, this place was explored by, what is it called, the found by the people, and then it's underground. Maybe the temple is very different today. It's very deep. You see the footprint of Mahabodhisattva. If I point that, this is the place. Okay, it's clearly visible. And then our homage to our Prince Siddhartha and his amazing journey who came to this world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So if you have any questions about the things you learned today about our Mahabodhisattva, about Queen Mahamaya and his journey, I can give you a minute.
Sans, I have a question.
Sure.
Sans said that the 10,000 world systems have thousands of suns and moons and the heavenly worlds and places.
Yeah.
Does that mean there's another Buddha in each of those worlds?
It's a very, very good question. Pute, one time in one world system, there appears one Supreme Buddha. And then only one Supreme Buddha. And then during this time, in this world system, there will not any Supreme Buddhas available or will be born in the future as well until this Buddha's dispensation disappears. And in the other world systems, maybe there could be some Supreme Buddhas, but we have no any information about that. But in the teachings, we can clearly see that Buddha says that in one time there would be one Supreme Buddha in one world system. Okay, it's a good.
Go up in silence.
Okay. Okay, so I think we learned many things about our Mahabodhisattva, and maybe next week I am happy to share about the uh, the the person who came with our Supreme Buddha as our Mahabodhisattva was coming his journey. Some one person came behind him too. He is called Devadatta, and we have many informations about Devadatta. He's a very bad person. And then our Swaminatha speaks about Devadatta also in this book, and I will share about that information about Devadatta next week, and many things about our supremely enlightened Buddha, about to become the Buddha. And then all these things we learn here and we speak here is a good merit. And then may this wonderful good merit be very helpful to everybody to be very faithful about the Supreme Buddha and to practice his Dhamma and to be free from all the sufferings in the samsara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Our special merit dedication is to our Pinwat Loku Swamin Wahanse. By the power of all the good merits we have collected, may our Loku Swamin Wahanse be well, be happy and live long, and be very fortunate to understand the noble truths very soon in this Buddha's dispensation itself. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May this good merit be dedicated to all the heavenly beings. May they give their support and protections to these all people to practice the good Dhamma of the Buddha. May they also be free from suffering in the samsara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all the Bhantes and nuns in the world be well, be happy and live long, and be very fortunate to understand the noble truths in this Buddha's dispensation itself. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May all of you who came to this program today be well, be happy, and live long. May all the people who supported to succeed this program be well, be happy, and live long. May all of your parents, teachers, family, and friends, all the people in the world be well, be happy, and live long, and be very fortunate to practice the Dhamma of the Buddha and to have a very safe rebirth next time as well, and to understand the noble truths very soon in this Buddha's dispensation itself. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, okay, you can pay your veneration to the Bhante. When I speak the word, you can repeat after me, keeping your mics off, except Subodha. Okasa Vandami Bhante,
Okasawandami Bante,
Maya Katang Punyang,
Maya Katam Punyan,
Samina Anumoditabang,
Samina Namoditabang,
Samina Katang Punyang,
Samina Katam Punyan,
Mayhanda Tabang,
Mayan Databang,
Sadhu Sadhu Anumodami,
Sadhu Sadhu Anumodami,
Okasa Dwaratvena,
Okasudwaratena,
Katang Sabang,
Katan Sabang,
Achyang Kamatame Bante,
Atsayang Kamtame Bante,
Okasa Kamami Bante,
Okasakamami Bante,
Tiampi Okasa Kamami Bante,
Dudyampi Okasakamami Bante,
Tiampi Okasa Kamami Bante.
Satyampi Okasakamami Bante.
You be well, may you be happy, may you live long, may you be free from all the sufferings in the samsara. Namo Buddhaya.